Hi guys, and welcome to School Management System developed using Visual C#. Now let me show you guys how this system works. I can exit if I want. I don't want to exit right now. I can add other new data, but if I want to do that, I can always reset. Click on reset. See that? So let's enter new student there. That is the student details right there. We have the student ID there, and let's assume the student's name is Alan and surname is Parker. Address of Alan Parker is a 45 High Street, Kensington. Okay, let's just put Ken. That's fine. And right here, he is male. Date of birth of Alan Parker 15. That's a 1098. Telephone number and email of Alan Parker. You can say alanp@gmail. There we go. That's Alan Parker's details. Okay, Alan Parker's guidance happens to be, maybe he lives with someone. Let's just put guidance there. And whoever this guidance is, his name is Sammy. Sammy Stanmore. Address of Samuel. Okay, it's living right there, 45 High Street, Kent. And his mobile number, we're gonna grab his mobile number now. Let's come in here, enter his mobile number. Email address, that will be sam@gmail and so on. What is Alan studying? Alan is studying serious games, and come right here, it's first year student. Okay, it's an home student and first year, yes, unit that is taken. Serious game, let's go for games. System analysis is a core unit as well. The programming part of it is core. That's another core one. We have 4 cores, and augmented reality core, and we have yes here. Animation is yes, and one more, digital graphic, yeah. So all we just need to do now is to add his details straight onto our system. If you come in here, student details, his details are not here yet. Not until I click on add new. There we go, look at that there. And let's check this out. His details is right there now. Okay, let's go and check out the database itself. Details of Alan Parker is not on the database, not until if I click on refresh. There we go, that's the details of Alan Parker. And I'll see you guys shortly with the full tutorial. Hi, and welcome to C# tutorial of a school management system. I'm going to start by selecting C#, this very one here, and let's click on next. Let's give that a name. Just call it CS_school management system. Now let's just enter school management system. Right. Click on create. There we go. Okay, now the form is ready. I'm going to change the size of this form to, let's go for 1000 plus. I'm going to make that 1300 plus 1000, maybe 390 by 800. There we go. Press enter. All right, that is fine. Let's see, let's make sure it's in order. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to design my interface. So the first thing I want to do now is let's go to the toolbox. If you don't have your toolbox, go straight to window here and just select reset window layout and click on yes. There. So your toolbox should automatically appear here. That's my toolbox there. And what I'm looking for right now is the tab control. So let's wait for that to pop up. Okay, I'm going to drop this down, or window forms, and let's look for tab control. There we go. Grab the tab control and just draw it there. There. Okay, take it all the way and bring it right down as well. And up. Right. Okay, now make sure your tab is selected. Just click on the tab, and I want to now come in here and just change the configuration, or just change the names of the tab. Right here, you see where we have tab page or tab pages. Click on that. And there we go. The very first one here, I'm going to change the text contents. There, that's the text there. So I'm going to change that to school system. Done. That's for the second one. I will change the text on it to student details. There we go. And click on OK. There. And right there, those are the changes carried out. On the school system itself, I'm going to grab, let's look for a plane or a panel, it's called here. Let's drag it that much. And that very panel, I'm going to come right in here. Let's look for border. I'm going to make it, I'm going to make that, yeah, fix 3D. There we go. And the next thing is this very panel that I've just added. I'm going to copy it. Hold on to your control, click and drag. We have 2 and another one here, and we're going to have 3 now. Where is it? Grab that, drag it and drop it there. Maybe we even bring it right down here. Yeah, something like that. And bring this scroll right down. That's about that. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to actually add more panel. So I'm going to come in here, hold on to the control, click and drag. There's going to be 1 here. Extend this that much. And this very one, I'm going to reduce the size of everything. Okay, that's fine. Why would move this up a little bit? Click, drag, and copy. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So just get it centered a little bit. Now, right here, underneath here, yeah, I'm going to need another one. Move this here. And let's copy this, just one of them. Let's copy one. That's fine. And drag it that much. That's where my buttons are going to be. And here, let's grab one. Move this up a little bit. And copy this across. And bring it right down here. And that is all there is to that. So I'm going to presume that one is taken care of. Let's just run it and see. Right, that's how the entire interface looks like for now. Now let's add some components on board. We're going to start with this very one here. So let's go for a label. Grab a label and dump it here. And that very label, okay, let's just hold on a little while. I need a text box, and I can enhance both of them together, for the label and the text box. Select them both and change the font size. Let's see font. Click on font and I'm going to change the size to something, let's say bold, and something a little bit readable, maybe about 18. Okay, so that would do for now. We can always change that if we want. All right, now I'm going to need a couple of those. Select all of that and click and drag. I think I might need 2 more. 1, 2, click and drag. There. I think I have about 8 there, so that is fine. I'm going to bring it down a little bit. So let's come in here, click, drag, and leave it right there. So the 4th one here, no, this one, delete that. Yeah, delete that very one. And I'm going to replace that with a combo box. Here's a combo box here. Combo box. Just draw. Alright, and change the font size as well to 18 bold. Yeah. Alright. Now that is taken care of. Let's take care of the other. So this one here, I need a combo box right at the top here. 1 combo box there, and I need 5. Yeah, 5 text box. Okay, I'm just gonna copy those across, click and drag. There we go. All right, so I need 1 more text box here. That will do. And I also need 5, exactly 5 text box and 1 combo box right underneath here. So click, drag, and drop it right there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make arrangement for those. Yeah, okay, that's fine. All right, here we need some buttons. Let me just enter 3 buttons. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Now here I also need 5 in here. May have to reduce the size of this, and I need 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll bring that down. There we go. There. Now on the other side, we're going to need about 5 there as well. Click, drag, drop it there. Okay, now let's come in here and just drag there. That's 10. Okay, that's looking good. Now all I need to do is just to start naming them properly. Okay, so I'm going to, I don't seem to like the way this panel looks like. Let's see the color. It's actually transparent. Let me change it to, let's see how this is going to look like. Let's change it to something control. Okay, that looks a little bit much better. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with control. Let's repeat the same thing for the others. Right here. And back color. There we go. Control. There. Right. That's much better. So let's run it and see how that's going to look like. Okay, that's looking much better. All right, that's good. Now let's do one thing. I'm going to give all of these, change their names. So let's exit out and come right down here. Start with the button. Let's collapse this. Start with the button first, and let's change that to BTN. BTN exit. That's my first one. And I think we should also change the font size though to something readable for all. Font there. I'm gonna make that about 20 there. Okay, this is exit, and this BTN reset. This is reset. Change text content now to reset. Right there. And this is going to be odd. This is going to be using MySQL Database. Okay. There. All right. So, okay, let's come in here. This is going to be guidance. Oh, we need to move that down a little bit. Yeah, that's guidance. Right, and the text content right in front of it, or the combo box, will be CBO guidance. CBO. There we go. And I'm going to call this one first name. Okay, the text on it is going to be txt g first, because that's for guidance. So and so on, guys. So I'm gonna have to speed this up because I believe you guys know how to name all of these things. A surname, else that's gonna take forever and ever. Surname here. This is going to be txt g surname. So this is going to be address, txt g address, guidance address, txt guidance address, mobile, there's a mobile number there, and this is the next one here is txt g mobile, txt g mobile, and here this is going to be email. The text box right in front of it is going to be known as txt g email. There, I guess you guys get the whole idea. Now you'll be able to change the details and so on. So I'm going to have to speed up the rest. Okay guys, I think every single component now, they all have a name now, but there's one thing I want to do. You see, on each of the combo box, I'm going to enter some values in them. So let's come in here. You see this very combo box here, the guidance combo box there. The value is going to be, let's say, mother, father, brother, uncle, maybe sister as well. Then let's just enter guidance. All right, those are the relative. Okay, and in here I want to enter yes or no. So let's come in here. You see the property here, item, just like I've done in here. Okay, this very item in here, click on that very property, and in there I'm going to enter no, yes. The default is going to be no, really. So let's come in straight to the text box here. Where is the text box? And just enter no in there. That's the default. So that should appear in here. Repeat the same thing for the next one. Default is no, and here is no as well. Then we can change the data that will appear on it. All right, so let's come in here now. Now let's look for item. Let's do that again. Item, that's the item there. Select that, yes or no. Select this one as well. Item, yes or no. So that's what I'm going to be repeating for every single combo box, though some of the combo box will be a little bit different. Right, done. As for the subject combo box, if you look in here, this is what I've entered for that. Yes, no, core unit, and complete. There. So, but I have to change the default to come right down here. Default is going to be no for every single one. So I'm going to have to speed that one up. There we go. So let's speed that up because there seems to be a lot of those. Okay, all of the other combo box are taken care of. I only have just one more, this very one here. So that very combo box, the data in there is going to be the different unit, or sorry, the different cores that they delivered. So this one is going to be select. Let's say select a course. There we go. And right in there, let's go into the item. Where is the items? Come in here, drop that down. And the item in there is going to be, let's say, BSc serious games. If you want to know more about serious games, go to Westminster University. You'll be able to find out more about it, especially if you want to study that as a research program. You should be able to see more information about it there. I'm also interested in that. Okay, that's BSc Computer Science. All right, then the next one, let's go for maybe BA Animation. BSc Information, maybe Information System, something like that. Yeah. BSc in Computing. Then we have Computer Games. BSc in Computer Games here. And BSc in Computer Animation. There we go. So you can get a BA or a BSc in there. Right. Just click on OK. There. Let's see. If I run it now, there's something I want to check out. I don't think this will appear on it, so I will also need it there. So let's copy this and go back to the items collection. So come right down here. Right, that should be there as well. Okay, now let's run it, guys. All right, that's how the system is looking now. So let's select this. All right, so that's fine. And replace it. Yeah, that's 1 to 10. Yes or no. Yes, no, core, and so on. Male and female, or female and male, and so on. That is it, all done. Now, you see this background for the tab. I don't seem to like that. Looks, I think, is a It's a transparent one as well. Let's select the tab. Make sure your tab is selected. The choice is yours if you want to change the background, but I want to change the background. Let's come to background. Let's click on it itself and go to background here. There we go. It is transparent. I'm going to change that to cadet blue. Cadet blue. There. Now run. Let's see. There we go. Looking much better. All right. Okay, guys. Let's take care of the configuration of the SQL itself, MySQL. So I'm going to exit out and let's go straight to the tools right up here. Click on that, and we need this new get package manager. Okay, and we click on the package manager right here. This very one. Click on that. There. Okay, there. That is the browser there. Okay, manage package for solutions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in here. You see the browse, click on the browse, and inside here I'm going to type in MySQL. There we go. Look at that. Okay, I think I'm going to go for this very one. We have about 22 million in there, so I'm going to click on that. 22.8 million search so far. Just click on that. Right, and the next thing I'm going to do is, you see here where we have the project, I'm going to click on that, make sure it's checked, and make sure the name of your project is checked as well, and click on install. The latest driver there happens to be 0.8.0.2, so that's fine. 0.23 actually. Click on install. There we go. All right, let's click on OK here. You must accept this. There we go. Now the next thing is, you see right here, you have to accept as well. Click on accept, and that is it. Let's see. It's now installing the package. It's coming up. Let's see now. Okay, the package is successfully installed. So what I'm going to do now is, let me go back to my form, close this. I don't really need that anymore now. So come right here, click on the form. There we go. And inside the form, let's do one thing first. Double click on the form itself. Then we'll go to the code view area, double click on it again. So right in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. You see right underneath here, I want to now import. So let's say using MySQL right there, because we've already installed it. So we say .data and .mysql clients. There we go. So we now have the library in there in our system. So let me just run it and we take it from there. All right, everything is looking fine, no problem so far. So I'm going to exit out, and right in here, the first thing I want to do now is, let's start work with the data connection. So right here, let's just come right down here, press enter. So I'm going to say MySQL connection. So SQL connection. There we go. That's it right there. And this MySQL connection, what would be the object name? So I'm going to call my object name SQL. See, this MySQL connection is an object on itself that connect the system. So connection equals new. Oh, come on. Equals new MySQL connection. There. Okay, that's taken care of. The next one is going to be MySQL command. MySQL command. There we go. And now I'm going to call that. Let's call that SQL command equals new SQL command. There. Okay, let's go for the data table. I'm going to need that for my table really. So let's say data table. That will be SQL DT. SQL DT equals new data table. Parenthesis there. Now, what else do we want? Okay, let's just declare this as a string SQL query. There. I'm also going to enter there. Let's go for MySQL adapter and MySQL reader. So MySQL adapter, data adapter really, data adapter. There we go. Data adapter, and what are we going to call that? I'm going to call that DTA equals new data adapter. Boom. All right, now we have that in place. So what else do we want? We want the reader. So MySQL reader, data reader, yeah, and that is just going to be SQL RD. Okay, that's fine. So let's create one more object there. SQL, let's call the data set equals DS. That will be equals new data set. There we go. And what else? Okay, before we go any further, let's create the database first. So I'm going to click on MySQL database, and right here you see the schema right there. I'm just going to click on create new schema for me, and I will call that SMS, and let's click on apply. There we go. That's the name of my database. Is called SMS, which means school management system. Click on apply again and click on finish. There we go. My database is right here. That is it right there. Let's collapse this one. All right, so that's my database. There's nothing in there. Right click on the table, click on create, and in there I'm just going to call the system SMS as well. The name of the table is known as SMS. You see this double head arrow? I'm going to drop it down, and in here the very first one is going to be student ID. Student ID. The student ID, let's say it's going to be number, and it's going to be the primary key. It's not going to be an empty value, and the value must be unique. Now here I'm going to enter first name. That is vouchers. You can see that's string character, and here surname. We have address here. We have gender. We have date of birth, DOB. Underneath here, I'm going to go for mobile. Right here, email. Then we have the guidance details here. Guidance. There we have, I'm going to call that G, first name for the guidance. So G, let's correct that. first name. Then we have G surname. Then we also need the address, G address. What else do we need? We need a mobile phone, G mobile, the mobile number. Then the email of the guidance, G email. And finally, I'm going to add just one more thing, the course code. There. And that's it. So I'm going to click on apply. Okay. As you can see, in total, we have about, that's 15 altogether. Click on apply again. There we go. Click on finish. There. All right. So those are my columns there for the table. So it's all done now. So I'm going to minimize that. So now let's come back in here. So right in here, underneath here, I'm going to enter string and the server. The server is actually local host. There, that's my server there. Then the next one is going to be the root. That's username. That will be equals root. Now let's go for the password. Password, that will be equals 1 2 3 4 5 6, no 5. That's my password there. And the name of my database, that is, I'm going to call that database, that is equals SMS. That's my database there. Good. All right, all done now. So right underneath here, I'm also going to let's create a function here that I will use to take care of this my database. So I'm going to call that private void. Let's call it update data. What is that? Get rid of that. Update. Oh, upload data. Okay, let's call it upload data. Upload DB. Okay. Upload DB. Right. Let's make this uppercase. Yeah. Upload DB, and come right down here, enter parentheses. Curly braces, I mean. Okay, now. So I'm now going to call my SQL connector here and paste that right in there. So we say SQL connector dots, that will be connection string, really. It's connection string, and the connection string is going to be equals my server here. Grab the server, paste that right in there. Server is in. So we're going to then also say equals plus server plus again. Then we now want to enter semicolon to separate it all. That is the very first one. The next one is going to be, since it's separated, is going to be user ID, and the user ID equals, enter a plus, that is equals username right here, and that username entered. Then we then enter the plus sign as well, and There we go. Now the next one, let's get rid of this. The next one is our password right here. Can even grab that and get a password in here equals plus password plus and there. Okay, we need one more. We need room for this so that you guys can see it. Let's move this like this for now. Okay, now the next one is my database. So let's say plus database equals, that should be inside the quotes. Okay, and we say plus database itself. Let's enter space here. And finally, semicolon. Let's zoom in. Okay, now I guess you guys can see everything properly now. All right, that is it taken care of. Okay, that is taken care of. So right underneath here, I'm going to say SQL con. We want it to open now. Dot open. Okay, enter semicolon there. Now SQL command dot connection, that will be equals SQL con. There. Now let's use the SQL command. We don't want that to say dot command text using our SQL statement in here. That will be equals select all from, come on, let's say from, let's use uppercase for that, and let's use uppercase for this as well. So that's SQL select all from, the name of my database is called SMS, enter semicolon. Okay, now let's see, this is supposed to be text, not type. All right, now what else? Okay, the error is gone. So now we also need to get the reader. Where is the reader? That's it right there. SQL read. Okay, come right down here. SQL read equals SQL command dot execute reader and SQL dt data table dot load. And what are we loading? We're loading SQL read. There. SQL read, we now need to close that. Read dot close. We also need to close the SQL con dot close. Okay, now what about the DataGridVeiw? So I actually need that here, so I'm going to do this first. Go back here, and I'm actually in my second tab in here. Okay, right there, let's go to toolbox and look for DataGridVeiw. There we go. there. All right, I'm just going to now call this very DataGridVeiw inside my function there, my database function. So let's come right down here. What the name? Grab the name first. That is the name. So come right in here, and underneath here, paste that, and I will then say dot. That will be data source. Data source. Yeah. The data source is going to be SQL DT. If you guys can still recall the SQL DT, that is for my data table right there. Okay, so that is fine. Okay, that's taken care of. So what we will do now is, you see this function, I'm going to call it straight away inside my form load. Come in here. That's the form load. Okay, come right in here and just paste that in here. Enter, semicolon. That is it. All right. So let me just run it and make sure there is no error. Run. Let's see how that's going to look like. There we go. So far there's no error, and look at all the headings right there automatically. That is beautiful. And all of these headings actually comes directly from my database. Okay, so that is good. So that's fine. So we just need to be able to add data into it now. So let's come down here. No, let me go to the student school system here. Scroll right down. Now, first of all, let's take care of this. Double click on reset. No, that's exit. Come on. All right. So with the exit, I'm going to first of all declare the following. Let's call the following data. No, it's called dialog result. Dialog result, I'm going to call it I exit and enter semicolon. Now let's use try catch. Try to catch whatever error that I might run into. So let's come down in here as well, and that is supposed to be catch any exception. Exception E, I think is E. Keep seeing E here. No, EX. All right. So exception EX. Now come right down here and enter a message box dot show. What I want you to show will be the message from the system. There we go. So if there's any error, the system will generate a message immediately. Now inside the text box here, come right down here. Just have to increase the size so that you guys can see it properly. Okay, inside try here, so I'm going to enter the first thing. Let's say I exit. That will be equals message box dot show, and what I want you to show is confirm if you want to exit. There, come out of it, comma, enter the title, school management system, school management system. That is the title. There we go. Now, comma, let's come off it, comma, press enter so that we have enough room. I'm now going to say message box button dot yes no, comma, message box icon dot question. So this will be the question mark. Why this will be the two buttons that you see, yes or no. This is that's their method. and in here I'm going to enter semicolon. So let's use an if statement now. If I exit equals dialog results. I'm talking about this dialog result. Okay, and if this dialog result itself is yes dot yes, then enter curly braces, no curly braces. Then application dot exit. There we go. That's my exit taken care of. Take it from here and bring it right down here. Okay, so if there's any error, yes, we handle that. Now let's run that and see. It's coming up. Click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Click on exit again. If you guys remember, that's a question mark. That is the title that I enter. Confirm if you want to exit. Okay, and the two buttons, yes or no. So yes, I want to exit. So exit is taken care of. Okay guys, let's take care of the reset. In the case of reset, I'm going to find a way to just reset it all in one go, because they're all in different panel, as you can see. Now let's double click on reset. The very first one is going to be, let's say, for each. Let's open up a control. There's a control. C in the very first panel is panel number 1, panel 1 dot controls. Now, if this variable that I just entered there, C, if C is a text box, okay, we now want the system to clear that. So come down here and just say, let's open up a bracket there, say text box, C, okay, dot clear. Okay, that should be clear. So let's put this in a bracket. So open another bracket here. Dots clear. Right. Okay, that should take care of that. Now, but there's one more thing that we need to be able to clear. Well, first of all, let's run this and see how it's going to work. Let's see. Come on. We won't be able to clear this, so we're going to clear that separately. So clear. There we go. Now let's take care of this as well. I need to know the name of that very panel. So what panel is that? That is 2, and this is panel what number? 7. 2 and 7. So back in here and just copy this. That is panel number 2 and panel number 7 as well, and this is 7 there. Okay, inside panel number 1 we have that is CBO, gender. We want to get that cleared as well. CBO gender, we can always paste that right underneath anyway. CBO gender should be cleared. We can put that underneath here. Dot text. I think we can say dot clear. Let's see, dot clear. No, dot text equals. There we go. So that should take care of that one. Now we also have another one here. Okay, and we have another one here. This is guidance, and we have one in here. Come right down. That's for guidance, clear guidance as well. Then the next one is CBO course dot text. That should automatically change to select a course. All right, so there we go. All right, that's taken care of. Now the other ones is, if this one is okay, the other three here, let's see the other three. This one is what? That is 4, 5, and 3. Okay, 4, let's say 3, 4, 3, 4, and 5. So come down here. I'm going to grab this. Come right down here. Paste. This is 3. And we have to change the object. The object in this case is a ComboBox. There. And the text in there has to be changed as well. Sorry, this one. ComboBox. Alright, that's 3 taken care of. Let's take care of 4. Now, is it clear? It's not clear. I think it's dot. The text. And the text in here, I can remember that is it? No, something like that. Okay. Now let's copy this. The next one here is, that is number 3. Number 4 is going to be the same thing. No. Number 5. For number 5, that will be 0. Number 5 is 0. There. I think I might have taken care of the reset, so take it from the top here, guys, and bring it down, down and down, and that's it, all done. Okay, so let's run it and see. So run. All right, come on, and select something here. Just change whatever in here. Let's do it randomly. All right, let's change the courses as well. You're spending 10 years for a degree. Come on, man. All right, in here, accommodation, just do whatever in there. All right, decision time, guys. We need to try this out now. Resets. There, all is working fine. Brilliant. Now we need to take care of this. So when I select any course in here, I want you to populate all of this. So let's take care of one. The rest will be easy, hopefully. So exit out. Now come in here, and where is that very object? This very one. Double click on it. Now we're going to use an if statement in here. So if, let's grab this name, CBO calls dot text equals, the very first one is this. Okay, let's go for that. Select a course. In that case, I want the following. I think it might be equals. Let's say yes, equals. So I'm going to say txt course code dot text equals nothing. The next one is txt the faculty dot text equals nothing. We just copy this. Txt dean dot text, that'll be nothing. Txt program leader, yeah, program tutor. Okay, then txt course tutor. There, that should be program leader, not program tutor. Let's change it. Yeah, right. Nah, what's wrong? Leader. There. So that should all be taken care of now. Right, good. Now the next one, I'm going to now use else if. Okay, else if, you see I've just copied everything in there. Else if is that in here. I think else if works like this here. Else if. Okay, course code. The very first course, I need to know the name of the very first course. Let's come in here, select this. Those are the courses we have in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's a lot. Copy all of that. Now double click on this. I want to paste this here so that I'll delete as I go along. Grab this. Cut. The first one is BSc serious game, and serious game course code, let's call that BSc SG009. Okay, and faculty, let's say School of Computer Games. There we go. And the dean, that can be Professor Danny Morehouse. Program tutor, professor or program leader, Professor Peter Parker. Course leader, Dr. Sammy South. There we go, all taken care of. Now let's take care of the next one. Copy this, paste that in there. The next one is computer science. Grab that, cut that off, and change this to computer science. And that means this one will be we haven't changed that to computer science. Paste. Undo whatever I cut here. That's it. Now cut it again. Now come back in here, paste that there, here, and this one will become CS. Okay, and School of Computer Science, and yeah, that's the dean, in this case program leader. Let's call that Miriam Holloway, and headed by Dr. Fatin Johnny. Yeah. Okay. Copy. See that, guys? So paste that in here. The next course, that is animation. Come right down here, paste that in there. That's for animation. And this can be School of Computer Animation. Okay, and we can change the details as well. Let's grab all of these so that I can see them properly. And I'm going to paste that up here now. Okay, let's see, that's taken care of. Now, School of whatever, the same professor, and here, what is the name of this professor? Felix Stone. And let's call him Stonehead. Here and here. Dr. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's say Dr. Harry Lighthouse. Okay. Done. Now, guys, I guess you get the whole idea. I'm going to just speed up the whole process. Copy and repeat exactly the same thing for the next one. Then grab the next one information, cut that off, and paste that in here. There, before I speed it up, see this one? I need to change the as BA. Alright. So I'm going to speed it up now. Okay, that is it, all done, guys. Let me show it to you. There, take it from the top. That is BSC Serious Games, BSC Games. So whoever is in charge of serious games is in charge of computer games. Computer science, there. Then we have computer animation and animation itself here. Okay, then we have information. So that is it, all done. So let's run it and see how that looks like. Right, there we go. Look at that. That's beautiful animation. Look at that. If you look at animation, the course code, and let's see the course code of this, that's computer animation there. All right, let's see the course code again, 09, and this one should be, no, we need to change that. So let's see this. There we go. So go back into animation. The course code of animation should be totally different. So this one should be BSC. There we go. Oh, it is BSC actually. It was changed. Okay, animation was not changed. All right, so that's fine. Computer animation CA. All right, and this one is just A, BSCAA. Now run. Let's see. Okay guys, now it's working the way I want. That is good. So we now need to be able to enter data in here. Just click on these and get it straight into the database. Okay guys, let's exit out. So I'm going to click on reset and exit out. Yeah. Okay, let's come in here. Where is the, yeah, that's a double click on that, the button. First thing, let's go up here and just copy some data in here that will make life easy instead of me having to type it all out. So I'm just going to grab all of these here. Okay, let's grab all of these and come right down here, double click on that, paste that in here. Alright, so I'm going to do one thing. So let's come in here, just press enter so that you guys can see everything. Now underneath here, let's use try cache. Try there, try. So let's open all of these. That is my connector, SQL connection, and I'm going to, let's copy this. I think it's right in here. Double click on it. I'm going to copy this try cache statement in here. Just grab that, go back in here, paste that right underneath here. There. And let's use the SQL query. If you notice, I have a warning line here telling me I haven't used the query. So I'm now going to use that very query now. So right here, let's just say SQL query. And that very query equals, using a SQL statement, insert into CMS. Okay, that's the name of my table, the following. Okay, we have student ID. I think it's in uppercase, comma, first name, surname, address. What else do I have? I have address. I also have gender, DOB. Press enter so that we have enough room. So I'm going to speed that. I'm actually going to speed that up because we're just calling all of the columns. Okay, that is for my very first panel. For the other panel that have the details of the, yeah, we can grab all of these, have the details of the guidance. So I'm going to say comma, that is guiding, comma, and paste all of this in here, but I'm going to delete these ones. Right there. And the guidance has a G here, and those are the information of the guidance in place. So what I then want to do now is, I'm now going to come down here, let's say plus, and let's say values. We can get those values from the following place, and that is going to be from, let's say the very first value is plus txt student ID, yeah, dot text. That's the very first value, and we say plus, close that, open up another one. The next one is going to be, let's put a comma there. The next one, that will be first name, come right here, plus txt first name there dot text. So I'm going to speed that up. Okay, you guys get the whole idea. Okay guys, that is all of the columns and the location for each data, and those are the values. Okay, so now let's come in here and use the SQL command equals new SQL command, new MySQL command, open a bracket, then SQL query is very1 comma SQL com, and enter semicolon there. Now SQL reader equals SQL command dot get the whole lot executed, execute reader. Now what else? We then need to close this one. Let's close this one off. Paste that in here. Dot close. There we go. Okay. Now what else do we need to do? Okay, I'm gonna come right down here. You see we're right underneath my cache. I'm going to, let's call this guy here by function update db parentheses. There we go. I think that would do. Okay, and the other thing is, let's add a message box here. So let's copy this, and I've just changed it to run. Paste that in there. So I'm going to change that to, let's say, okay, that will be the title, school management system. Yep, system. Right, and out there, let's come out here and just enter. No, that would be my title here. I'm going to now enter as a comma here, record entered successfully. There we go. There. Okay, I'm going to now try this out. So I've just saved that. Let's come up here and make sure you get this right, especially. Okay, so have a good look at how it's been put together with all these commas and so on. They're very important. So I'm going to run it now. Hopefully, if everything works the way I want, we can call it the end of this project. So let's run it and see. There we go, guys. Decision time. I'm going to enter the student details. That's the student registration number and the name. Let's enter Tony. Yeah, Tony Anthony. Now let's put Anthony down here. Right, an address of Anthony. I'm going to say number 12, Goodman Road. Tony Anthony is male. Date of birth 14/10. Let's make that 95. Right. And mobile number. Yep. Email. I'm just gonna call that anthony@gmail.com. All right, so let's copy that for the parents as well. This parents guidance, let's say, is the mom, and the mom's name is maybe Pat Anthony. Pat Anthony. And the telephone number, I would say telephone number. Email address, pat@gmail. Address, they're living exactly in the same place. Number 12. Paste that right in there. And here the course. Information system. Okay, that's cool. Let's assume he's a home student, he's on scholarship, and he's in third year. Why not? Data science. Yes. Programming. Core. Another core. Programming. System analysis. Let's make that core. Information technologies. Another core. Then games. Yes. Animation. Yes. Augmented algorithm or augmented reality. Yes. And database. Yes. Okay. I think we have all the units. Now decision time. So let's click on add. There we go. Look at that. Record entered successfully. Click on OK. There. And let's check it out here. There we go. That's Tony Anthony's details right there. Okay, that's brilliant. Let's come back in here. Now we need to check the database itself. Open up the database. There's nothing on the database, but if I click on refresh, there we go. That's Tony Anthony's details. That's brilliant, guys. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. A lot of benefit for channel members, guys.